everyone, this is Mark with MHCAlerts.com, and today is April 26, 2013. This is your global earthquake update and alert, and I'm going to bring up the USGS in just a moment, but right now I'm going to take a look at the Earthquake 3D program and give you a little bit of what's happening with the earthquakes here. Right now we've seen quite a bit of earthquake activity around the Ring of Fire and even around the world, specifically in Greece, Turkey, Hungary, lots of different places that have seen earthquake activity in the past couple of days. But I do believe we need to watch for ourselves here. There's an earthquake that just occurred, 3.3 here. I'll review that in just a moment. Taking a look at the earthquakes from Mexico all the way down into the southern tip of South America. As you see, that's our normal pattern of earthquake activity because of the Ring of Fire. Now I'm going to go around the other side of the Ring of Fire. Well, let's take a look at this here. It looks like, no, that's just what I had it clicked on. So right here on the Kermadec Islands, all the way around into the Indonesia area, I've been seeing some earthquake activity over the past few days. And in the heart of Indonesia, seeing lots of earthquake activity. This is a very big hotspot, folks, that we need to watch over the next couple of months. So I might extend this earthquake alert until probably July. I mean, we've been seeing quite a bit of earthquake activity, possibly due to space weather. Now, a lot of you have said maybe there's not due to space weather, but I still believe it is, and I'm going to stick with it. So going all the way up into the Taiwan area, you see a lot of earthquake activity, and definitely keeping a watch on that. And especially Japan. Now, Japan, folks, we don't really need nothing to happen out there, especially when they're dealing with the Fukushima power plant. We definitely don't need an earthquake on land over there, or even off the coast, a major earthquake. So definitely our hearts and prayers go out to you guys dealing with this situation. So looking at what's left of the earthquake activity, look at this here, folks. Very, very quiet. This is set for the past 7 days, and earthquake activity above a 4.0 and higher. This is what I'm looking at. Now, if I bring it down all the way to 0, you'll see there's quite a bit of earthquake activity off the west coast. Now, this is still within the past 7 days, but this is like 2s and 3s, and that's about it. That's off the coast of California all the way up. But if you look at this very closely, you'll see that there's a lot more activity than what we normally see. And above a 2.5 and higher is what we normally don't see in the area. We normally see like maybe 1.0, 1.5, something like that, 2.1. But this is going all the way up to 3.1. Let's take a look at this one here. 3.1 earthquake, and I'm going to bring it up on the USGS. Zoom it in real quick. And it says that this is nearby the San Francisco Bay Area, California, about 75 miles from Milpitas, California. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm going to bring back the Earthquake 3D. So I'm going to raise that back up to about a 4.0 and higher, or I guess 3.0. There we go. And see there's no earthquake activity, which is very surprising because we at least see about a 4 or 5 somewhere up all the way from the British Columbia area all the way down to Baja California, because Baja California off the coast usually gets quite a bit of earthquake activity, but this time over the past couple of months it has not. So guys, I think we need to be on alert for the west coast of the United States, even off the coast. So keep watch mainly for off the coast of the west coast of the United States, because that's where mainly the earthquake activity starts, right here on the British Columbia area, down into off the coast of Oregon, and then off the coast of Baja California. Now, California, we're always saying that the big one is near or whatever. I'm not like that. I just want to predict what I see in the past history of the earthquake activity, and I think that's going to be off the coast over the next couple of months. And even if a big one does occur, I mean, tsunami could happen. We need to watch that very closely. Now, I'm going to probably put the earthquake alerts till probably July, just to be on the safe side. Hopefully nothing does happen. And just could be just a quietness and a relief. So hopefully that's the case. Now, going across on the other side of the world, here around Greece and all that, we've still been seeing quite a bit of earthquake activity. Not that much, but we're seeing some around certain areas, like this 5.0 right here. Let's take a look at this 5.0 on the USGS list here. And this was a 5.0 earthquake, Lake Albert region. And this is very strange, folks, because there's hardly any earthquakes out there in this location. About 14.4 miles. So we keep a very close watch on that, okay? Now, I'm going to bring up the space weather. We'll take a look at that and go over what's happening right now. Geomagnetic unrest. It says here today a fast but thin solar wind stream is buffeting, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, Earth's magnetic field. This is causing some geomagnetic unrest, including G1 class storms, which is not much to worry about as a G1. During the early hours of April 26 today, high latitude sky watchers should be on alert for auroras and shining through the full moonlight. So, well, there you have it. I mean, this could explain some of the earthquake activity that we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks. And here's another. Here we go. Big sunspot 1726. That's AR 1726. Is turning away from Earth, but the threat of flares is not subsiding. The sunspot has a Delta class magnetic field which harbors energy for powerful eruptions of either a M-class or X-class flare. And the M-class chance is 40, and the X-class flare is 15, which is still good over the next 24 hours. We need to keep a close eye on that, and I'll definitely keep you updated on what's happening with that as well, if I can. Class M, there it is, 40%, Class X, 15%. So just keep a very close watch on that, folks, again, because I do believe that this has a direct impact. We have another sunspot, 1731, 1728, and 1730. I believe we need to watch for 1731 over the next couple of days. Now, there's one thing I wanted to show you here. This is a vortex that has popped up in the Daugava River, and I definitely want to keep an alert here on this. It says here, well, you can read it. It says here, in 1841, Edgar Allen Poe referred to a maelstrom or powerful whirlpool in the ocean as a whole sea lashed into ungovernable fury. So let's take a look at this video, folks, because I've been watching it, and I'm going to play on their video so that way they can get the credit, because that's what we do here on mhgalerts.com. I like to give people the credit, and I'll post the link in the description of the video below, but I want you to see this. This is very, very interesting to watch. I'm going to zoom that in here. And wow, this is just amazing, guys. But this is not just any old whirlpool or vortex. This is a very strong vortex. As you see, it's sucking everything in its path. You know, in just a moment, you're going to see, they're going to zoom out on this, and you're going to see a large area of debris that's going to come right into it. You see right now there's quite a bit of debris. This is nothing compared to what it's about to suck in just a moment. And whether or not it's still happening, I don't know. I mean, this is the type of thing you probably see on Paul Begley's YouTube channel. He loves to talk about disasters and stuff that's happening that could be coinciding with God and the Bible. And he's really cool on that too. So you want to see him, go check it out, Paul Begley. I watch him almost every Sunday if he has a new video. And so look at these big old chunks of what looks like rocks. It could be just debris. Look at the big old chunks of rocks just falling straight into this vortex. And I think that this is something very interesting, and I think we need to be very vigilant on the news over the next couple of months with this strange activity that's happening around the world. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but I live in San Antonio, Texas, and I like to watch the birds once in a while. And look at these big old chunks of rocks just sucked into this thing. The birds, I have noticed, are not flying as high as they normally do. The birds are flying a little bit lower in the atmosphere, which I'm not sure if it could be a situation where they're having to have to deal with stuff that messes up their trajectory. But I think maybe too, I've seen a lot of birds over the past couple of weeks try to hit my vehicle. I'm not sure if they're just getting off course or whatever the problem is. But look at this, folks. Stuff being sucked in here, big time. I'm going to let you watch this for just a few moments. Alright, so, I mean, you got the gist of it. I mean, it's very, very, very bad situation with this vortex, I think. I mean, of course, nobody's harm or at harm. Look at this. All this debris right here is about ready to come straight for it. And if you look around, it looks like it's moving everything in its path because it's super strong. I mean, this is the biggest, strongest one I've seen yet. And how it's doing it, what's happening, I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. This is something we need to watch. I'm going to keep this on so you can take a look at the way it's about to suck all this stuff in. You probably saw the guy come out. He's pretty cool, whoever these guys are. Definitely appreciate you doing that. I'm not sure if they can understand what I'm saying, but really appreciate it. Here comes the big amount. I don't know if you've seen these big old chunks of rocks just getting sucked on in, but it's amazing. Look, here we go. Big old chunks of stuff just getting sucked in this thing. Here comes the big mother load or whatever it is. Here goes this guy. They're cool, I think. Here we go. It's about to, what it's going to do is it's going to break this off. I'm not sure if this is a chunk of ice or just a chunk of stuff, rocks that are there. It looks like a chunk of rocks that are there too. But there you go. It's just sunking everything in like that. It's just amazing. Wow. It's just taking everything in its path. And the funny thing is, it's not too far away from where the edge of this area is, where whatever it is, the edge of this location. It's just right on the edge. It's not like in the middle or far out there. It's right there. It's very interesting to see it right there. So anyway, folks, I mean, you got the gist of this, and I think that we need to watch the news over the next couple of months for strange activity across the globe, and maybe nothing major that could happen with it, but it's just pretty strange and pretty cool to look at. So once again, I want everybody to stay alert, stay vigilant, earthquake activity, space weather activity, and just strange things that may be happening across the world. Once again, everybody stay alert, be cool. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.